We'll see. Jim, your hair looks great today, by the way.
So. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Thanksgiving Eve. And boy, do we have a lot to be thankful for this year specifically. So, yeah.
Be a lot different, wouldn't it?
It would be a lot different. It would be a lot different if it didn't go our way in November 5th. So a lot to be thankful for, a lot to go over here on our show today. We got a big corporation who's getting rid of some DEI stuff. That's good news. A lot of them are starting to fall in line there. I wonder why that is. We'll talk about that. We got some stuff going on with Tom Homan. He was down at the border. We're going to have some videos on that. CNN, more videos on that. We got a little Whoopi Goldberg thing to talk to you about today. That was relatively disgusting. We'll show you that. And obviously so much more. We got mayors that are just thinking they're tough guys out there, and they've got another thing coming. And of course, President Trump's no longer a felon, right? I mean, that's it. It's just blown away. Millions, if not billions of dollars thrown away.
Yep.
The scam that it was. Jim, all that plus, as always, so much more on another great episode of what?
Live from the Patriots Prayer Network studios. It is two guys. One could.
Be right back.
Lost in the crowd, truth hides deep, burying the noise. Left hand deals lies, can't stifle the choice. Back rage, flames in the night. No more chains, break free from the fright. Eyes clear now, vision in the dark. We stand up, never bow to the mark. We are the storm, we are the fight. Two guys, one crew, bringing light. No more lies, no more games. Stand tall and truth, break the chains. They spit and scream, push buttons in the dark. Yet we rise, never crumble in the park. Paint our faces with colors bright. March ahead in the dead of night. Shattered dreams won't silence us now. Left and right mixed poison in the vow. But we see through, we feel the beat.
And good Thanksgiving Eve morning to all of you. Thank you for joining us today. Jim, big plans for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. We're, like I said, we do two different ones. We do one Thursday and then one Saturday.
Yeah.
And we'll have a little bit different Saturday because Indiana football's on it. Now it's at 7:00, so we'll have a little watch party there and stuff.
That's nice. That's nice. The only game that really matters
How about you?
is, of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes against the Michigan Wolverines. The game.
Yeah, it's
regardless of schedules, always a tough game. So we'll see.
It's going to be a lot different this year.
You think so?
Oh
yeah. Everything on paper leads that way, but on paper never matters when it comes.
If it was somebody else, maybe, but it's Michigan. Come on.
I know.
It's.
We'll see. We'll see. Ryan, they better have them prepared. It's they had them prepared last week. Better have them prepared this week. So
and the stadium.
Go Buckeyes. Yep.
They had I mean, the fans were into it. It was.
It was loud. It was loud there. So everybody's coming to the house.
Ohio State is the. I mean, let's face it. You're not only in the Big Ten, but in the nation. You guys are the premier program. You're up there. You're one of the top fives. There's no question about it. So
yeah. I mean, it's good to be a Buckeye fan these days. That's for sure in college football. So it's been fun to watch. Ryan Days just got to take the next step, man. He's got
our pro football teams. I mean, Cleveland can only beat the good team.
Yeah, pro suck. I don't talk about pro.
Makes no sense at all.
We beat the Steelers. That was our Super Bowl. Yeah, and the Ravens.
I mean,
yeah, it makes no sense at all. Anyways, everybody's coming to the house. So usual, son's coming down from Atlanta. Our nephew will be here. Daughter, her boyfriend. It's gonna be a house full. My parents are here, of course. So it'll be a big day for us. And it's good. It's always good. So
tell everybody I said happy
and
Thanksgiving.
you too. So yeah, you too. Yeah, I know probably almost everybody you're probably going to see. So in a way, I think, for the most part. I don't think I've met your parents. I have not. Yeah.
I don't think you met my sister, but
yeah, that's true.
You met my brother briefly. So
briefly. And
that's all you need.
That, yeah, I want to.
That's all you need to meet him.
My brother-in-law, so Billy, he was in the hospital for 3 days. We didn't know it.
Again?
Yeah, again. The guy just can't stay out of there. But 3, he had back surgery this time, so that's what it was. So he's out and doing well, and so we wish him well. So get better, brother. Wish we were seeing you, on Thanksgiving, but enjoy yours. A lot going on. I think I want to start with this today, Jim. Every February, Puxatawny Phil comes out of his hole and it predicts the weather, right?
I was just going to think, wait a minute, it's not February.
No, but every February, religiously, Puxatawny Phil comes out of his hole and predicts the weather. Well, we've got a prediction that there clearly is going to be 4 years of MAGA movement. This person came out of their hole to say this.
Look, this mission that we have, it takes hard work. But as you've heard me say many times, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work.
Oh, my God.
And in doing our work, we will remain committed and intentional about building community, building coalitions, reminding people that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. We will be armed with the faith and the fuel that tells us what is possible and then drives us to achieve it.
Look at it. I'm leaving it up there. Look. Wow. The Trump effect really does. I mean, you take a look at what. So let's just I'm going to leave this up there for a minute. Tequila and stool softener will do this. But I mean, is she drunk? Because she's clearly drunk. She's not even. She's in Hawaii. It was nice of you to put up a flag by the hotel curtains. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. That's. But just look at her in general. Does that look like the same Kamala Harris that was on the campaign trail?
No.
So you take a look at Donald Trump, and then you look at now what Barack Obama looks like. Take a look at Donald Trump and what Joe Biden it looks like, and now Trump, Hillary, Trump, Kamala. That guy doesn't age. These people aged 30 years, and she aged 30 years in 3 months. I mean, this is Kamala.
What bothers me is when they talk about joy and everybody, we have more in common than what, but they're not including us.
Oh no!
But see, we include them.
Yeah,
we may not agree with what they do, but we include them. Come on, man! Come and enjoy this next 4 years.
Exactly.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. You're going to love it.
Yep.
And just because President Trump says he's going to put tariffs on certain things doesn't mean he's going to. He's just sending a message. Straighten up.
Correct.
Or this is what's going to happen.
Yep.
And can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If the price of groceries goes up because you're helping American farmers, American companies, are you going to be upset about that?
Yep.
And that's why you're having to pay a little more because you have to, because with the tariffs on, we can't get the price. I think I'm okay with that.
Yep. I think so too. Yep. I don't care. I don't mind to pay into taxes. I don't mind to pay. I mean, of course, nobody wants to. I don't want that, but I want it to go to the right places, right? I don't want it to go. I mean, what are they talking? Another how many billions of dollars or millions going to Ukraine still before Joe, waddles his way out of office? I mean, this is ridiculous. I agree with you, Rich. Please just go away. She won't. She's talking about a run in 2028, and God, I hope it happens.
Somebody was
$1.5 billion, and they don't even know where all of it's gone. So
because you see, on News Nation, Cuomo, he was talking about it. He goes, "Stop asking me for money. You blew $1.5 billion. Stop asking me for money." And that's what's insulting, folks. just think about this. Majority of their donors, if they're telling the truth, were from just people donating money, $50 here, 40 from people who couldn't afford it. Knowing that their money went towards Oprah Winfrey, who didn't need the money.
Beyonce,
who went to Al Sharpton, who didn't need the money. To Beyonce, who didn't need the money.
And
to
they
Cardi
lost
B.
a bunch of it. They can't even account for it.
Cardi B, that's a loss.
It's a loss.
Anyway.
Yeah. So this
Aiken, I love this.
Okay, you were just going to put it up there. This is and for you youngsters out there.
You might be aging, everybody.
Even Foster Brooks can act as drunk as she looks. So if you don't know Foster Brooks, and you're
watch Cannonball Run, right? That was him. Was that him?
Was he in Cannonball Run?
No, that was not him. That was somebody. I know who. Never mind. I knew Foster Brooks. Yeah.
So this is true as well. Aiken goes into trouble forever be Kamala's legacy. That is absolutely true. And I got to play this one. Buckeye, good morning. Go Bucks. I'll tell you what.
Was actually putting out the ticket of Kamala Harris and
who? Newsom,
Hillary Clinton.
No,
and I'm like going, I'll donate to that.
I mean, I'm switching to independent so I can vote in those primaries because I want that ticket on there. Can you imagine that? Anyways, let's hear from a Grit Gear real quick, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about a big sale they're having and how you can save some money this Black Friday. So here's Grit Gear. We'll be right back.
Grit is defined as firmness of character, unyielding courage in the face of hardship or danger. At Grit Gear Apparel, we honor all military, police, fire, public service, and patriotic Americans, both men and women regardless of color, creed, or religion. Our brand represents the love and freedom for our country, the heroism of all our men and women, and the principles of what this wonderful country was built on. Our goal is to regenerate the sense of patriotism and to spark the American pride within us, to stand together in the toughest times and become victorious, to preserve all our freedoms, to honor our flag, and to respect the men and women who have fought and died for us to have these freedoms. Wear our brand with pride, with a sense of patriotism, and as a statement for the love of our country. Whether you're military, public official, or civilian, our brand is for you. Together we stand as Americans.
We stand as Americans. Let me put this up here, Buckeye. Thank you for putting that up there. GritGearApparel.com, GritGearApparel.com, and of course, let's not forget about LockandLoadCoffee.com. Very important.
Got the shirt
there it is. Your Lock and Load shirt. Of course, Grit Gear all over. You continuously I wear it. It's amazing stuff, but it's even better. It's an amazing company and amazing people.
And
so please go there. Support
the
them. Shirts
that we wear, the hoodies they'll wear, the hats, the shirts. These are just, and we have a lot of different variety. But these are just some of them. You go out there, there's all over. They have a ton of different types of patriotic shirts. And the coffee's just, we can't. I know it's great coffee. I'm telling you. So I just finished another bag.
Did you? Holy
I'm down to my last bag, and but I got my K cups yet. I go back and forth.
Do you really? K cup only, man. I want a fresh cup, and I want it every.
Well, sometimes I like I don't have the patience, so I let my cup run, and then I have my pot, and then I just keep pouring.
That makes sense.
It just takes a lot to lift that thing up and put the new pot.
It does, a lot of effort.
It's a lot of effort.
Here's the thing: they're having a big Black Friday sale. It starts Thursday at midnight. So Thanksgiving Day at midnight, runs all the way till Monday at midnight. And if you use coupon code 2GUYS, you get 20% off now your order from this Thursday to Monday. 20% off on your entire order. So I'm telling you. That is motivation to do that. Use that code 2GUYS, and you will get 20% off your entire order at checkout. So please go support them. Family owned and operated, veteran supported, true America first patriots they are. And we can do our part, and we can help a small business and a small community. And
two great people.
So please go support them. Unfortunately, I think last episode we were talking to Rich about jumping on X, and he gave it a try, and he got kicked off, banned.
Don't understand it.
I don't know why. I don't know what the story is exactly behind it, but it happened. Maybe he was trying to do lock and load on there. Maybe that certainly wouldn't have triggered something.
Yeah,
on
it's
X.
not on X.
Not
Yeah,
on X.
yeah, it's
So
odd.
I don't know what it was, but anyway. So
But we have
he's
Aiken
trying.
and Buckeye,
Yep.
and they're very good at X. So
Yeah.
they've been talking on the comment section, so they can do it.
Yeah.
Aiken, let's see, what did he say?
What do you say here, Jim?
Buy a reusable cake. I have that.
I know. Yeah. Just do that.
I have that as well, Aiken.
Yep.
And but again, you still have to fill it.
Oh, geez. So what do we learn today, group?
Jim's lazy. That's just what it is.
Pure laziness. That's why I don't make a pot. That's why I'm late, and I want a fresh cup every time. I love the K cups.
Well, that's your exercise for the day. Lifting.
That's my exercise. That's what I do, and I drink probably 30 cups of coffee a day. It's ridiculous, and then I wonder why I'm up every hour over the night peeing. Hey,
Well,
welcome.
That's age.
Welcome to Enlarged Prostate.
That's age.
Welcome to the two guys, one enlarged prostate show. Yes. Anyways, moving on. We heard from Kamala, so thank God. I hope. Huh?
Did we get off topic again?
Yeah, we did. We started on my prostate. Probably should get that checked. Anyways, I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll film it this time live from Dale's prostate exam. It's two guys, one goop. Our Border Czar. He's not taking any crap, people. If there's a guy for the job that's right for the job, it's Tom Homan. There's no doubt about it. And we knew it, I think, beforehand. And of course, we know it now. And he's just not messing around. I'm going to play first. Here we go. We'll come out with pre-brewed coffee for you, Jim. Open and drink. There you go. Why not?
Wow. It's pick on
Jim.
Jim.
He's going to have to open it.
I'm still getting harassed about saying I went to see
coffee IVs. Is there coffee IVs where I could walk around with one of those IV carts and just one of those?
That would be nice.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the border. I'm going to play first here. The big news, obviously, is the mayor of Denver and how he's just such a tough guy. And you can tell by looking at him. I mean, you take a look at him and Tom Homan. I know who my money's on. But he's, of course, defying. And, I'm going to. So here's what he's doing. I'm not going to put up with that. I'm going to protect my own people. I'm going to keep our citizens here safe. And I'm going to. Well, all the
citizens aren't.
All the while, Denver's a shithole, right? It's a shithole city. You get Democrats equals shithole cities. That's it. And so I don't.
But the citizens aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
The citizens of your city aren't going anywhere.
Aren't going anywhere. But here he is talking about it here, and I'm going to play that. And then I've got one other mayor from Frederick, Maryland. He's a tough guy as well. And then we'll get into some Tom Homan comments.
Are you open to sending Denver police officers to the county line to stop federal forces or National Guardsmen from other states from coming into Denver?
We have no plan to do that. And we really hope that we don't ever have to do that.
Okay, so we ever hope to have to ever do that. Are you kidding me? They're going to send police from the city to stop federal forces from getting rid of people who are here illegally and have committed crimes. What crimes did they commit? They're here illegally. Okay. Enough said. Look at this guy. Tough guy.
I know.
Weasel.
No plan, but are you open to it?
What we're going to do right now is, it's hard to keep an eye on what the future president actually plans to do and what the proposal actually is.
It sounds to me like you're walking.
I don't think it's that hard. Here, Skippy. What is happening is that the president has put Tom Homan in charge of the border because we, the citizens, voted for this. We, the citizens, voted for illegals to be removed from the office. He's told you that's what they're going to do is get the illegals out. So it's not really hard to plan on what he's going to do there, buddy.
But the bad
he's told
people
you
first. They're getting the bad people out first. So
which should be him.
They're protecting the bad people.
It's his name.
That's what they're
Johnson,
doing,
by the way.
So,
but yeah, that's what they're doing. They're protecting the bad people. So
back the comments from a couple days ago saying that you would be willing to send Denver police officers. Do you regret making those comments and now getting questions like this?
Would I have taken it back if I could? Yes, I probably wouldn't have used that image because I don't. That's an image I hope we can avoid. What I was trying to say is this is an outcome I hope we can avoid in this country. I think none of us want that.
You talk about civil disobedience. You've mentioned that a couple of times now. Would you be willing to participate in those as the mayor of Denver? Would you be willing to go out and protest these things?
I would. If I believe that our residents are having their rights violated, if I think things are happening that are illegal or immoral or
Okay, so what's happened?
Residents.
Okay. So yeah, he doesn't even. So illegals are residents, right? They're residents of your sanctuary town, buddy. But you're like, of course I want to go protect. If they've done something illegal, if they came here illegally, I don't understand this.
Yeah. All right.
Is it me? Am I the crazy one? If they're illegal,
Well, that's a show
crime.
for another day, man.
Oh,
Whether
yeah.
you're crazy or not. that's a show for another day.
an American.
Yeah,
city,
and
I
we've
would
got some
certainly,
comments here. Let's finish this and we'll play some of these
Okay,
comments
okay.
because they're right.
protest it, and I would expect.
I can't
Americans would do the
help
same.
but stop
Trump's
it.
new Border Czar, Tom Homan, has said that he is willing to arrest leaders like yourself
Yes.
for standing in the way of these policies that they want to enact. Would you be willing to go to jail for these things?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that. And I'm also not seeking that. I think
So
the goal is
brave.
we want to be able to negotiate with reasonable people how to solve hard problems.
You would encourage people to protest.
I think we're going to look at every option. But yeah, I don't think that there are, I talked to some high school kids this week who were
Did you?
terrified about this. I don't think those kids
Terrified.
are going to stand there and watch 3 of their classmates get pulled out of a history class with the other 27 stand by and do nothing. I don't think that's what Denverites or Americans would do in this context at all.
What is your line
wrong.
where you say, yes, I support these deportations, and no, I don't support these other ones?
Yeah, I think our line is clear. We think if you are a violent criminal that is committing serious crimes like murder or rape in Denver, you should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law and you should be deported.
So not stealing anything, not burglary, not coming across the border illegally is a crime to this douche.
First of all, again, Homan and President Trump have said time and time again, the bad guys are going out. So
Well, he
when
talked to
these
high schoolers,
mayors,
this guy.
these mayors, these governors,
Mhm.
all of these leaders, Democrat leaders of
Yeah.
these states sit there and say, we're going to protect our citizens. They're not citizens, first
Correct.
off. And
Correct.
second, you're not protecting your actual citizens from robbery, from murder, from harm of any stretch of the
Correct.
imagination.
Mhm.
And you're sending a message to your residents, your
Yep.
citizens. I care more about these illegals being here because I'm going to make a political statement.
I
That's
care
my
more about
statement.
I care more about these illegals and less about
Yep.
the Lake and Riley's.
And,
you
you
know,
know,
that's what.
yep.
Lock them up. Agreed.
Stoney's mother. Hello, Elena.
Yeah. Hello.
Lock
Hey,
them
thank
up.
you. Lock them up.
And
Yeah.
yes,
Of course.
all
course
of these
he will.
people talking
They
big
do.
are going to fold.
That guy's not going to jail. Can you imagine him in jail?
Yeah, there aren't residents.
Correct.
Exactly right. And they are squatters at best. He changed the best here.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
Aiken, you are correct. It's a felony.
It's a felony. It's on the law. These are laws already
Yep.
that were just absolutely ignored by Democrats for
Yep.
4 years, right? So it's pretty simple. This is simple to me. This is a simple thing. You're not going to get in the way. You can sit there and have this little interview. You could talk about not being afraid to go to jail, buddy. You're afraid to go to jail. Look at you. And listen, I'm afraid to go to jail. That's why I do things that aren't illegal. I don't want that. This guy's he's gonna fold like they all will. Same with
will.
this guy. This is a
Mhm.
Frederick, Maryland mayor. It's a little news story.
See, they're
on
they're
it, but-
politicizing the safety of their citizens. I mean, that's
Well, yeah, they are.
let's face it. That's
Mhm.
what they're doing because they're not going in. Okay, are they going to go in and get somebody that may, after the bad people are gone? Because it's going to take a while to root them out, right? I mean, we can already get the ones that are in jail right now. Just boot them,
Yeah,
boot
yeah,
their
yeah.
butt back. But the gangs, right?
Yeah, the ones that are
who
roaming
really
the streets
who
and
are
hiding.
in there.
Mhm.
It's going to take a little bit to get them out.
Sure is.
And
Mhm.
then if after that's done, then maybe the ones that have been here 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
folks, the ones who have been here 20 plus years, there needs to be a punishment. There needs to be something like a payback
Not
of
amnesty.
some kind. Not amnesty.
Not amnesty.
Not a
Don't you
payback of
dare.
some kind.
Mhm.
But and I know this sounds mean, and get mad at me all you want to, liberals listening to out there. You go back, self-deport yourself, just like Homan said before.
Mhm.
Go back, deport yourself, and try and come back in the right way.
Correct.
They're going to change things to make it a little bit easier to come back in.
Mhm.
But this is the United States of America. It should not be walk across the border and come into this country.
Shouldn't
It
be that way in
should
any
not
country.
be.
Every country has a right to
And-
protect their borders. That's
Yeah.
it, plain and simple. And Joan, I want to play this
Yep.
before I play the Frederick mayor. So I know he lives near there, and I think Alexandra lives in that area too. If I'm not sure, you can correct me if I'm wrong. The mayor of Frederick is an idiot. I'm embarrassed to live near that city. I imagine you are, and let's see why.
This election cycle did not go as I had hoped.
In response to Trump's national immigration policies, Frederick Mayor Michael O'Connor pledging to carve out space in his local budget for a legal advocacy fund, which would use tax dollars to pay undocumented immigrants attorneys' fees as they fight deportation.
Ensuring they have the legal support they need to stand strong and remain in this community they have chosen to call home.
O'Connor explaining his intention is to allocate the money to organizations already providing similar legal services, helping them expand the number of people they're able to support. Although he's still determining the exact dollar amount to set aside. Some residents we spoke with supportive of the end goal.
I believe a lot of non-immigrant people also contribute to the country as well.
But all of them against their tax dollars footing the bill.
I'm
You
torn.
would think.
I don't like the idea. I'd rather our taxpayer money go towards American citizens.
You know, you break the law, it's just what happens. Nobody helped me pay for my attorney fees when I break the law. So why should we be paying for theirs out of taxpayer money?
But this comes at a cost, and this could be a very large cost for Frederick. And quite frankly, Frederick can't afford it.
Yeah. Well, quite frankly, they can't afford it and shouldn't have to afford it. Where? Yep.
He's just
He's just a dick.
Like, you know what?
You can't say it any better.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Direct. It is. When you sit
It's-
there and say that he wants to do a bill to help and assist the illegals with their legal fights to stay in this country.
Yeah.
What? Are you kidding me? And that guy said it best. You know what? Nobody gave me.
Who's going to
money
pay
when
for
I
my
was-
legal fees?
Yeah,
No, zero
so
people. You
It's
know?
just it's all
And
part
shouldn't.
of this. I don't. It's political. They're politicizing this, and they're trying to go back and say
But for
this is
who?
who President Trump is.
But for who? You know,
Well, they're
do you
trying
really
to paint
think-
this administration as bad, evil,
Of course.
terrible
Okay,
against
that-
immigration, and they're
yes.
not.
They're
against
going to paint
illegal
this
immigration.
administration as bad against everything.
Right.
That's just common, and we get that, and the media is going to do it, and they're going to fall for it and all that. Not fall for it. They're going to comply with it. And of course, everything Trump does is bad. Everything
Mhm.
Republicans do equals
Always will
bad.
be.
Yeah, correct. But for who? Like, if I guess I can't wrap my brain around it, right? I can't think like them, and I'm a dick too, Jonah. Just in case anybody wants to know, but I can't think that way. I can't,
Right.
and it makes me wonder. Like, if I'm the mayor of a city, I'm the mayor of a major city, a major metropolitan area. Why would I even think that anybody would want illegals in there? What is the benefit other than votes and or trafficking and or these mayors are getting a kickback? You tell me. There's money involved. There's no way anybody rationally can think that this illegal influx is a benefit.
But that
to
money
our
ends.
nation.
That money ends January 20th.
Well, yeah.
They're not going to get money to harbor them.
Well,
They're not. It's done.
Yeah.
So it's best just to we're going to play along.
But-
And they
but I
will.
don't- see, I don't
They're
get it.
just
I mean, they're
talking
just
big right now. They're just
but for
talking
who?
big. So
Really, honestly, for who?
I have no
who's
idea.
Who's the mayor of Frederick, Maryland, talking to that he's got to act this big? Millionaire
Trying to
donors,
get-
billionaire
'cause I
donors,
think-
who?
I honestly think they believe most of America is going to stand up against this illegal getting them. And I don't buy it.
Did they look at the vote count? I mean,
Yeah,
do you think most of
that's-
America?
Yeah.
No, it just makes no sense to me. At some point, you got to change. And at some point, you got to be like, okay, this is not, why is that the hill they're dying on? I mean, I don't even get that, you know?
Well,
It just
who
doesn't make
knows
sense
what
to
the
me.
hell they're dying on.
Yeah, who knows? But anyways, Tom Homan had some response to that. Here he was. I think he was on Hannity, Jim's favorite.
Would have been Laura Ingraham, I think.
Well, I don't know. Laura
Was it
looks
last
like
night?
Laura looks like this.
So it was
you heard this
mayor.
was
the day. Okay, gotcha.
It doesn't look like Laura Ingraham.
Yeah, my bad. I thought it was the one with Laura because he did
it
really
is.
well on that when he was wearing his uniform. It's kind of
Yeah, I know. But I think I've got that too,
And
where he was actually his speech there. You know, I know.
I'd rather watch.
I'd rather he's on our side than not on our side. So I mean, at least there's that with Sean Hannity, right? Not that we shouldn't have his time slot, right, Jim? I mean, we're a little biased, but
I think that's why I'm upset.
Yeah. I mean, we're not looking to leave the Patriots Prayer Network. That's not what we're saying. We can do both, is what we're saying. So if Fox is looking, we're available.
Out there in Colorado. I want to get your reaction to it. And I want you to be clear about who has jurisdiction, the federal government or state and local governments. And if you're a sanctuary state or city, are you breaking the law?
You're absolutely breaking law. All you have to do is look at Arizona versus U.S. You'll see these breaking law. But look, me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail. Because there's a statute. It's Title 8 United States Code 1324 III. And what it says is, it's a felony if you knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from immigration authorities. It's also a felony to impede a federal law enforcement officer. So if we don't want to help, that's fine. He can get the hell out of the way. But we're going to go do the job. President Trump has a mandate for American people. We got to secure this country. We got to save American lives. And I find it shocking that any mayor of a city would say, President Trump's been clear. We want to concentrate on public safety threats and national security threats. I find it hard to believe that any mayor or governor would say they don't want public safety threats removed from their neighborhoods. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on in Denver, but we're going to go and we're going to fix it. If he don't want to fix it, if he don't want to protect his communities, President Trump and ICE will.
Tom,
bingo, bingo.
It's like President Trump said, whether they like it or not, I'm going to protect them. And when he means they, it's the people who hate him, the people who voted against him, the people who think he's vile. He said, I'm still going to protect them.
Yep.
And they may never admit it. They won't. They're going to do all this stuff. President Trump can put all transgender people on his cabinet.
Yeah.
And the left will still hate him for it. So it does not matter what he does. It doesn't matter.
Of course it doesn't. So,
but when the country is better, feelings are still going to be hurt because we'll get into the Alec Baldwin thing. The uninformed is not on our side. Just saying. But anyway.
Well, it just that's a good point too. It doesn't matter how so here's what I like about it more than anything, and the cabinet he's picked and the people he's putting in place and the people like Tom Homan in general. They're not thinking, Trump's not thinking about what is the news media going to say about me? I mean, what more are they going to say about me? Like he gives a crap anymore, right? The guy took a bullet for this country, for the love of God, he doesn't care about this. He's got 4 years and he's going to clean it up and he's going to make damn sure he does it. And he's going to do it with people like Tom Homan, who also has the same mindset. I don't give a crap what you think. I have a job to do. And I have a job that the American people voted for President Trump and his cabinet and people like me to do. So I love that attitude. To be honest with you, we didn't see this the first time around, right? We didn't with Trump. The picks were a little bit, swampy. There were people that obviously turned their back on him. It was just a complete shit show, not because of him, what he did and his policies work, but because everybody else. This time they weeded him out. I firmly believe. I think he's learned a lot from the first term, I believe. And I think this time it's I don't give a crap what you think attitude. I got a job.
And that's
to do.
what it is. I
love it.
But
for the love of God, finally.
Republicans hate the fact that RFK's in it.
Yes.
They hate the fact. Republicans and Democrats don't like Tulsi Gabbard because they still feel she's this, they still feel she's that.
Because they can't control these people.
If you look at his administration, he has put people in place, whether you agree with them or not, that is going to do what they need to do to protect us, whether we realize it or not. Okay. There is a difference. And in the case in point, we always want to use McDonald's French fries. I remember when McDonald's French fries were the best French fries you could get. You know, it's a while ago. Okay. Then we decided to get healthy because we got to take this stuff out of our food. So we're going to take these 2 things out of our food and we're going to replace it with 40.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's true.
Because
it's true.
You guys remember, if
point.
you haven't heard this, they talk about you get French fries here in the United States. You get those same French fries in Europe. There's only 4 ingredients in the French fries in Europe.
Correct. Yep.
And they're not as heavy as what we are in this country.
Yep. That's true.
Okay. So that's what he's trying to do. Okay. He's not
I want French fries now. I want
What's
French
that?
fries now. I'm
Yeah, I
hungry.
know. Sorry.
So shouldn't there just be potato and oil
Salt and oil
and some salt? And should that
Pretty
not
much
be a French fry?
I think that's what it takes to make.
I mean, I don't know what else it takes to make French fries. You know, it's been a while, but
We don't need red dye number 5. We don't need
well
green,
that whole
green
thing.
dye
So the
number
red,
6.
yeah, the red dye number 5 is going to be sort of tragic. I love hot Cheetos. I don't know why. Just so
you know what there's no taste to it to me.
What do you mean?
It's just like there's no when you eat hot stuff, I want it to at least be flavorful. I never we're getting off.
You don't think hot
topic
Cheetos are
but
flavorful?
No,
You
I
know?
don't think hot Cheetos
You
are
don't?
flavorful.
Oh, hot. I know how they feel coming out. So could be part of my problem, I think. But yeah, so and then this was I just want to play him down at the border, his talk down at the border as well.
Now, mind you, he's already been down to the border since he's been the Border Czar more than Kamala Harris has the last 4 years.
More than this person?
Look, this mission that we have, it takes.
I just want you to stare at her again. If you're not watching, everybody, and if you are,
you really need to take her off. We're all happy now.
Look at her. What happened?
That could have been our president, folks. That look.
Look at the tequila just kicking in, and I'm not against tequila at all, but holy crap! Okay, back she goes. Anyways, back to Tom Homan. Let's hear what he has to say down there at the border. Yes, you're right that he went and visited. That Kamala, I think she said she went once, right? There was a photo op like somewhere near the border.
Once or twice.
I think it was in.
Hell, I think AOC was down there more than.
I think it was southern Oklahoma. She went to. This is the border, right? Anyways.
No, that was AOC.
What you've done is not only protect the state of Texas and the citizens of Texas, you are protecting this nation. It's a shame we have other governors and other mayors who are right out of the gate. I said they're going to push back on President Trump and what we're trying to do, especially for interior enforcement. Let me be clear. There is going to be a mass deportation because we just finished a mass illegal immigration crisis on the border, where anybody can look at 9 out of 10 people who claim asylum at the border will end up with an order removal. So you can't ask for the right to claim asylum, the right to see a judge, the right to due process, and we give you that due process, and at the end of that due process, a federal judge orders you removed, we have to remove them. Because if we don't, shut down the immigration court. Those orders don't mean anything anymore. Take you guys off the border because there's no consequences. So you can't demand due process and the right to claim asylum and not obey the court order. That is why there needs to be a mass deportation. We have a mass number of people, millions of people who will get a final order and be order removed. If we don't do it, what is the option? Let them stay? Because if you let them stay, you'll never fix the border. You're going to send a message to the rest of the world. Enter the country legally, which is a crime. Ignore court order. You never have to go home. We're telling the whole world it's okay to enter this country legally. You never got to go home. We're a nation of laws. And we're going to enforce the laws. The men and women of the ICE, they're going to have a tough job ahead of them. And I'm sending a message for people that said they're going to get in our way. They're going to stop us from doing what we're doing on an interior enforcement operation. I've said it 100 times in the last week. Don't cross that line. It's a felony to knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from immigration authorities. Don't test us. The nation wants a safe country. We've had enough crime in this country, illegal alien crime. It's time to end it and stop it. President Trump's committed to it. He's committed to securing this border. He's committed to having this mass deportation operation and concentrating on public safety threats and national security threats. For any mayor or governor who's going to push back on removing public safety threats from your community, that is your number one responsibility. You ought to be teaming up with us. We have created the biggest national security vulnerability in this nation on the southern border. Because like I said, 2 million known gotaways. We don't know how many unknown gotaways already recognized.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm telling you, is there anybody better for that position than
You
Tom
know,
Homan?
from
And
somebody
I
who's
agree
really
with you,
not,
Sonny. Yep, I love
somebody
this
who's
man.
really not as well known as
Absolutely.
what he was.
What's that?
You know, from someone who wasn't as well known as who he was. I mean, like J.J. Carroll knew of him. You know, all
Yeah.
people like
Yes,
that.
of
But
course. Mhm.
and it's like, holy shit, where's this guy been?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and it's like,
I actually
wow.
want
And
all the libs. So,
Yep,
Sonny's
and they
mother,
will be.
I actually want all the libs to harbor the illegals. Please do. They can all leave in handcuffs together. I agree. Keep them. Try them. That's what I'm. You think that guy is talking crap? You think he's just BSing? That's not a BSer.
Yeah, I wouldn't challenge him.
I wouldn't challenge him.
You know, just saying.
But good luck to old wimpy Mike Johnson in Denver. You know, good luck to him. At any rate, yep. Let's see here. Grit Gear sounds so good to have someone tough running this. I agree, and that's the refreshing part. Like I said, the first go around, yes, of course, Trump was the right guy at the right time he weeded out a lot of the fake news, and he weeded out a lot of rhinos, and it showed us a lot. I mean, without Trump, I don't know where we'd be today.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just even if a Republican did beat Hillary. I said without Donald Trump, I don't think we'd even be close to knowing the real truth out there.
Agreed.
This time around, this kind of talk is what's taking place.
Well, he can't be bought.
Well,
and
yeah,
that's what bothers.
He couldn't the first
the
time,
elite.
but
that's what bothers the elite. He can't be bought.
That's right.
How are you going to buy him?
I don't know.
So, I want to add something to this.
Please, you go right ahead now.
This
Jim,
was
it's all yours. You jump in whenever you want.
When JJ was in front of the, talking about
in Congress
immigration and stuff, illegal immigration in front of Congress,
sex trafficking and all
NGOs came up.
Yes,
and we've talked about the NGOs, guys. These are not as good as what you want to think they are. They're not.
None of them are. They're terrible.
So just listen to the money on this one.
Okay.
Mr. Carroll and anybody else would like to answer this. Can you name some of these NGOs that have specifically taken these hundreds of millions of dollars and not used it to protect these children?
Catholic Charities, Lutheran Family Services, Jewish Family Services. I spoke to a gentleman that works in DHS. He actually sends the electronic fund transfers, and I asked him, sir, tell me who do you send, who are you responsible for, and how much is the largest check you cut? He said, I'm over Jewish Family Services, and I cut a check for $600 million. And I said, is that for like 3 years? And he told me, JJ, get in the game. That's 2 or 3 months, and it's renewable.
Wow. 600
Jewish
million
services.
Jewish
600 million
family services.
2 to 3 months, folks.
Catholic Family Services. All these names that you would think, well, that's got to be a good organization, right? I mean, they got to be doing good work. Holy crap. I mean,
and not only that, folks, this is where it happens. This is the bypassing of the sex crimes. This is where the selling of the children occurs. These are not all of them that work in these NGOs. I'm not saying
again, I can't either because I don't know, but
right. But
could be.
This is how they're getting them in. And this is how they're being released. They lose track. Who do you think's losing track? Yeah, the government's losing track of these kids, the 350,000 kids. But who do you think didn't get the information to where it needed to go?
Yeah, correct.
It's the NGOs.
Yep.
And and yeah,
Sickening.
It's terrible. It's ridiculous. And but this is what we're
600
dealing with,
million
folks.
is absolutely mind.
2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months. How do we stop that, Jim? And when I say we, I don't mean obviously you and me. I mean, we keep reporting on it, so that's how we will stop.
In all honesty,
hopefully stop it. But
I think we need to start with the Epstein files first, and I think we did the Diddy. We are going to start seeing
Diddy list
trafficking. Yep, we are going to start seeing trafficking, and then we're going to be able to go in and pinpoint that. What I like hearing from Homan and President Trump more than I'm hearing from this administration.
Yeah,
they're going to find those 325,000 kids. That's what Tom Homan said last night on Laura Ingraham. We're going to find them. We're going to find out where they're at. And if anybody did anything to them, they're going to get the full extent of the law at them. That's what needs to happen. None of this speaking in front of Congress, making yourself look good, and then doing nothing.
Yep.
That doesn't happen anymore.
We've seen it, endless hearings.
Yep. We, the people, have spoken. And this is one area you would think that majority of the Americans would fall behind, right?
You would think so,
These
but if you
children
watch that
being
hearing that
traded
JJ
for
was
sex.
at, you clearly tell the Democrats have no belief in what he is saying at all.
Yeah,
Doge needs to audit every single,
Yep.
and I agree with that. I think that's going to be a big portion for Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk. I think they're going to start looking at these NGOs. They have to.
Yeah,
they have
and
to.
Here's how stupid MSNBC is last night.
Well, geez.
Okay. On top of it. Oh my God. They want to cut costs. So they create this department. This is my favorite one. And then they add to the government.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in the Doge is taking more than $1.
Yep. Nobody.
Even the people that work for them.
Yep. Correct.
No money.
No money.
The government is paying no money to them.
Yep. That's right.
So this is MSNBC. Again, we're not legitimate journalists.
Yep. Oh,
we
correct.
didn't just lie.
Yep.
They
exactly.
lied. They
Out and
flat
out
out
lied. Correct.
And which is what they've been doing all along. And I
Correct.
got another story about that on MSNBC. It's just a joke.
Yep, it is. But it's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays, what do? It's Warrior Shield Wednesday. So let's hear from Warrior Shield Foundation, and we'll be right back. Okay.
Warrior Shield Foundation is here to unite, honor, and provide support for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members. The foundation will enable them to find the help they need through direct assistance or by connecting them with our Shared Vision Network. Using data-driven models, we provide solutions that make a long-lasting difference. We, along with our partners, are dedicated to bringing together like-minded groups and individuals who have committed to making a difference in the lives of our hardworking, everyday heroes. We bridge the gap by connecting warriors or their families with the assistance they deserve and require, such as service dogs, wheelchairs, counseling, scholarships, and team building retreats, to name a few. You can help right now to make a difference for those who have helped and protected us all. Warrior Shield Foundation, selflessly doing for those who need it most.
It's a long way to home, but you won't take the hard road all alone. Just look to your left and look to your right. You were born to fight.
Yep, folks. Thank you, Buckeye, again. It's warriorshield.org, warriorshield.org. Please go there. Find out about the organization, the people that are involved with it, true patriots doing selfless work for other charities out there. Their foundation helps support people like Sub-Zero, and then the upcoming year will be the Corporal Chado Foundation. Again, that's CPLCHADO.org. Go there, find out about his story. It's truly heartbreaking. I mean, it's a story of a true patriot who just absolutely got screwed around because of PTSD, and it's just and ended up taking his own life. It's tragic, and it's happening consistently. So no better foundation to be a beneficiary of the Warrior Weekend coming up in 2025 than Corporal Chado Foundation. So please go there and look them. We will be advertising all that and where it's going to be. In the meantime, it's Thanksgiving week. Let's remember our veterans that are out there serving, our homeless vets that aren't getting meals out there because the government's taking away money to support illegals. We heard that on the last episode. That's happening. By billions, not getting enough airplay, that is. We talk about, citizens suffering, all that, but homeless veterans are literally suffering and can't get meals and or housing or the help they need because money is being allocated towards illegals.
Yep, $5.
Yes.
Folks.
$5,
$5,
$1. You got
whatever
anything
you can afford.
helps.
Yep.
It does. So please
It
go to
all adds up.
warriorshield.org and look them up and please support them. 'Tis the season for giving, and no better place to give to than warriorshield.org.
I think the Democrats' money,
So-
the 1.5 billion they
Billion?
spent,
See, that's
would have gone better to helping them out.
And that aggravate that's what I'm saying. Like Yeah, the endless spending on campaigns and all that, and I don't care what party you're in. I mean, the funds. Just, I mean, if you're a Democratic donor, a Republican donor, or something like that, and I don't know who they donate to. A lot of them, I don't know what causes they're going towards. If you threw a lot of money at Kamala Harris, well, you might as well have just taken it out in the back and put it in the fire
put it
and burn it, because but take that money and put it to good use. I mean, we all should be supported. It's bipartisan. This isn't a Republican Democrat thing. Help our veterans out and our first responders and our Gold Star families. Help these people out. So, well, I'll preach it till the day I die. WarriorShield.org.
Thank you, Seth. There are about 44,000 homeless vets in this country.
Unbelievable. There should be not a freaking one.
Nope.
So we're not going to stop until that number is zero, and I don't think any of you should stop.
Warrior Shield is one of those groups that fight to help any way, shape they can.
You got that right.
They do whatever they can to help the vets, the first responders. It's the great group.
Great group of people. So please, WarriorShield.org, WarriorShield.org. Thank you. Jim, do you want to talk a little bit about MSNBC?
Yeah,
you mentioned it before.
It's just a quick story, folks, because and a lot of you may not have known this. Okay, President Trump, in his administration, the highest cabinet member ever to hold a seat is gay.
Ever in any
the highest ranking cabinet member of any administration is gay.
Okay.
And it is the Secretary of Treasury. Okay. And here's what MSNBC anchor, who is gay himself, Jonathan Capehart, said on this week's broadcast of the Sunday Show that he was conflicted over President-elect Donald Trump's new Treasury Secretary nominee, Scott Bessent, a hedge fund manager, because he would be the highest ranking openly gay government official.
Oh, so he's conflicted over that.
Discussing his husband's reaction, Capehart said, "My Nick says, wait, Scott Bessent's gay and is married and has children." Has President Trump ever said, in the 4 years he was president before and the 4 years after he was running for re-election again,
70 years before
that, never said he is against homosexuals ever.
Never
it was MSNBC that said it.
Yeah.
So they can't believe he just put a gay person, a qualified gay person, not a DEI
so there you
hire,
have it. There's
not a DEI hire for transportation secretary,
Mhm.
right? This was a qualified person to run the Secretary of Treasury.
Correct. Yep.
And they can't believe it.
They can't believe it. They're in
Because
shock.
you got to stop listening to your own people. Stop listening to Joy Reid. Stop listening to Morning Joe. Stop listening to Rachel Maddow. We are not against homosexuals.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. They keep putting it out there. But I just thought it was an interesting story.
That is interesting because, first of all, I didn't know he was gay. Okay. And second of all,
did it matter?
It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Did it matter? Now, I got a question for you, Jim, now that we're going down that path. And you recently, going back and forth in your own mind about whether you should transition or not. Which I still want to see you do on air. Do you think if you were to put a trans in a high ranking position, qualified or not, are you in agreement with that? Silence. Crickets.
I'm going to still say no because I still think there's something mental.
I think there's something mental.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I do. I believe
so.
And again, they can be some of the best people. I mean, you've got Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah. So,
okay.
Republican, conservative. I mean, respects the women's sports and all of this stuff. Okay, but there's still something mentally wrong with you when you sit there and say to yourself, I am no longer a man, or no, there's something wrong. I'm sorry. And you can get mad at me all you want to, folks. It's whatever.
No, I'm in agreement with you.
There is something mentally wrong. So no, I would not.
See, so that's what I'm saying. So does that make you transphobic? No, of course not.
No,
I think what that makes you is aware. That makes you aware that there is something mental that's really going on in that aspect, right? There's just something mental. And is that, and because you're mental like that, do you have the capabilities to do? I'm not even saying that you don't. I just think that there's something that there's a deeper problem that needs to be taken care of. Now, I will go on this side of things, right? I will say that there are people out there, Jim, that also think homosexuality is a mental problem.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So there are people that also think that too. I too can't understand how a male is attracted to a male or a female is attracted to a female. Like I don't live in that world, right? So I don't understand that. So is there something mental there? Again, not gay bash. I'm just saying there are people out there that think that way.
Yeah,
and you can't discredit their thoughts for thinking that way, because maybe there's some validity to it. I don't know.
I mean, this is an open topic. I don't
Well,
agree
I'm
that,
not saying I know.
I don't
I
think
didn't mean to go down that path.
I think
but
it's a little different. This is somebody who's deciding that they rather have the same sex.
Yes.
This is different from I'm a man, now I'm a woman.
Yeah.
In dressing like it and going through this, taking the drugs and making the sex changes to go that far with it. To me, that's different. That's a lot different.
Correct. Thank you, YouTube, for chiming in. We're not showing it, but
no,
YouTube
it never
strikes
will
again.
because I'm tired of that crap. That's all they got.
Yeah, if you're in the chats, you can see it. It's
so I want to real quick. We all love to hear from these elitists on the left, right?
Yeah.
We love to hear about how uninformed we are or how dumb we are.
Before you do that, though, can I play some from Sonny's mother? I want because
go ahead.
going on with the Caitlyn thing, I just want to. Bruce Jenner helped to normalize this trans insanity. I used to defend it, but no longer. I don't disagree with that. I absolutely don't disagree with that end of it. Absolutely true. So, but anyways, go on.
I love his fight to protect women's sports. I love his fight within that because he believes the way we do. Right, that women's sports should be protected. Men should not be allowed to compete.
Well, correct.
In women's sports. But okay, so Alec Baldwin, everybody, if you haven't already heard,
can't wait to hear more from him.
Who doesn't want to be lectured by a guy who I didn't know the gun was loaded? Really?
In elitist Hollywood, I think we all know that.
Yeah, I got a couple things to play, but nothing makes me more happy than hearing elitists say this.
Yeah.
In my country, without going into significant detail, half the people in the country are happy and half the people in the country are very unhappy. It's a very difficult time in the United States. And I think the only way people can learn what is happening, and film is unique in this way, not only what's happening in the United States, but around the world. What's happening, you might not learn from the news. Television news in the United States is a business. They have to make money. And again, not to go into great detail about that, but there's a hole, there's a vacuum. There is a gap, if you will, in information for Americans. Americans are very uninformed about reality, what's really going on with climate change, Ukraine, Israel.
This is an actor in Hollywood.
Did he say that?
That says we don't know about reality.
We don't know about it.
Who supports people like Rachel Levin?
Yeah, correct.
Who are not
who
in
has
reality.
No sense of reality.
Anyway, yeah. So we'll go on just a little bit.
You name it, all the biggest topics in the world, Americans have an appetite for a little bit of information. That vacuum is filled by the film industry. Not just the independent film industry, not just the documentary film industry, which are very important around the world, but by narrative films as well, where the filmmakers and the buyers, the studios and the networks and the streamers are willing to go that way. They're willing to try to make films that are not only entertaining, but informative as well.
Boy, he sure tried to make himself sound intelligent, didn't he? All the while putting his foot in his mouth. This I agree with. All right, now you're ruining my day.
I'm sorry. I just felt I had to play it. I had to play it. But yeah, this guy's the worst. But he's lecturing us, right? The guy who doesn't have to worry about the price of gas, price of groceries, nothing like that, right? He doesn't have to worry about anything like that.
Correct.
Do you guys remember this? Can you hear it?
Barely. Yeah, it's barely coming through, bro.
Okay.
So that was Alec. Yeah, it was
for
hard
those
to
of
hear.
you who don't remember, the few years ago, he was his 11-year-old daughter cussed her out.
Called her
He
fat.
just cussed her out, called her a pig, called her everything. 11-year-old daughter, because she wouldn't pick up his call.
Yep, that's right.
This is the guy that's lecturing us about
That we're uneducated.
reality.
Yeah,
a reality. But what we also need to do, though, is we need to listen to this joke. And my favorite president, Trump's close, but still my favorite president, that maybe Alec Baldwin should pay attention, because this is truly what happened.
Yeah.
Did you hear the story?
I know this one.
About the kid who was outside the Democratic fundraiser selling kittens. When the people came out from the fundraiser, he was holding up the kittens and he was saying, "Buy a Democrat kitten." Well, a couple of weeks later, the Republicans held a fundraiser in the same place. And when they came out, there was the same kid with the kittens. And he said, "Buy a Republican kitten." And one of the members of the press who'd seen him there 2 weeks before said, "Wait a minute, kid. You were selling these kittens the last time as Democrat kittens. How come the Republican kittens now?" Kid says, "Because now they got their eyes open."
I love Reagan. God.
Alec Baldwin, right?
Yeah.
Sharon Stone, all of you elitists out there, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
We opened our eyes.
Yeah,
well,
that's right.
most of us had our eyes open, but other people are starting to open their eyes.
And without the popularity of podcasts, I still think that doesn't happen. I
Agreed.
think if we still relied on whether it's cable news or mainstream media news and or print news, that none of this would happen. I still firmly believe that it's podcasts that drove the election.
And the elitist media, they get upset because they went to school 4 years. Or longer, or however longer they went to school for, to become journalists, and knowing that we are more truthful.
Yes,
we are. We lean
to
the right. We more than
we're
lean,
right.
We fall.
Yeah,
we're right. Okay, but we also go after Republicans too.
That's right.
See, we do both. MSNBC won't. Yeah, but we can't touch
John Thune, Mitch McConnell.
Now, they will go after
Susan
Tulsi
Collins
after she changes.
Well, that's right.
So
yeah.
Anyway,
right.
so I got one more thing here, because this potentially could be the next president candidate running on the Democrat ticket. I want to play this for you, and then I want to read something.
Okay.
Okay. So listen to what he says. Okay. This is, and again, Elena, I'm sorry. I know we had to listen to Alec Baldwin, but now we're going to have to listen to somebody who is probably worse than here. So here we go.
Yeah.
I'm not looking. It's not about voters. It's not about voters. I care about people.
Sure.
I don't care who you voted for. I care about people. I care about Trump supporters. I care about RFK Jr. supporters. I care about Tucker Carlson supporters. I care about Charlie Kirk supporters. I care about Ben Shapiro supporters. I care about all people. I care about the people living here in the Sierra, folks down in San Diego where I just was, or in my backyard in Fair Oaks, California. I care about people. And I care about protecting them, their public safety, and their public health. And I care about being honest with them as well, and level setting with them. This is not an academic exercise. We had the experience with Donald Trump. Don't fall sort of prey to somehow this is some new day. Listen to what these guys are saying and telling you.
Agreed.
Look at what they're prepared to do day one, January 20th, 21st. Get prepared, and no impact will be greater than the impact in this region. And there may be a lot more Trump supporters here, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to still have their backs because they need us to have their back, not turn their back on them.
Is that David Bowie? I mean, look at him. Does he look like?
First of all,
what was that suit? Was that a purple suit, or was it the lighting?
He doesn't support us. He doesn't even support their own people. Okay,
No.
we're going to start there. But the second thing is, folks, do you if anybody knows that and again, I'm not saying this is it, but if we were ever going to have the Antichrist come into form of a person, that guy right there is it.
I think so too.
The dapper, the good looking,
I think so too.
who's going to sit here and pretend to be your friend.
Yep.
He is the ultimate Antichrist.
Correct.
Because, folks, so far this year, Los Angeles has arrested 1,263 illegal immigrants in the metro area. 715 of them have criminal convictions, according to ICE data. The agency gathered 19,726 non-citizens, illegals, between 2021 and 2024, with 7,255 of them having 36% prior conviction.
Jesus.
Where is his concern about his people?
Correct.
Remember, that's the first thing he said. He cares about Republicans. He cares about Democrats.
Sure, he
cares
does.
about everybody.
That's why he had to clean up the homeless before.
Is what the devil does.
Mm-hmm.
Tries to get you to be your friend.
Yep. Don't listen to the other side and what they're saying.
He sucks you in.
He's a smooth talking
This guy,
snake son of a bitch.
If we ever had the closest to the next Antichrist, it's him.
Yep.
And I believe it, and nobody will ever convince me otherwise.
I agree. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you at all. Yeah. So there you go. Antichrist. Agreed.
So you want me to play the
This one just pretty much says it, Jonah.
Douche flu. Yep. And Rich.
Yeah, I just put that up there.
Seth, you have a way with words. I love it.
Just has a way with words, brother.
I explain too much in it. You just no. It's he's a douche flute.
And or Castro's son in the north. Yeah, I agree. Or very true. I mean,
everyone
nice discussion.
He's probably as much in the Chinese pockets.
Oh, he is.
As
you talking about Trudeau, or are you talking about Newsom?
Newsom, sorry.
Newsom. Yeah. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Seth. He's a poet.
Yeah, you sure
yes,
is.
you are. I'd buy your poetry.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear from Whoopi?
Oh yeah, real quick, and I got a couple CNN things to play. Or do you want to say Whoopi to the end?
Folks,
you want to wait till
Whoopi?
Of
a comedy thing.
Do you want to wait till Whoopi?
Let's wait till. Okay, let's.
Yeah, let's listen. My God, we're just hitting them all today. Alec Baldwin. I'm not even playing the Sharon Stone one. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes of her babbling on, and all she did was show us her cooter once, barely. And now all of a sudden she thinks she has something to say, and it means anything. Again, Hollywood will never learn.
And by the way, they're making these speeches in Italy.
Correct.
By the way.
Yeah, they are. They're all making the speeches in Italy. So yeah, that's absolutely correct. A couple CNN things. So Scott Jennings, of course, love Scott Jennings and all, but he was talking about X and all that. I know X is a touchy subject for Rich Crick here right at the moment, but he was talking about X and how it's probably more balanced now. And boy, did he get crap for it. And then watch what happens.
At X, I saw a survey this week. It's now the most ideologically balanced user platform.
Scott,
of any platform.
stop. It's too early. I just sat down. I've only been here for 2 minutes. You cannot continue to say
the show, but
you cannot say that. That's not the case.
So
Who's the source of that?
What I find, we reported it on this network.
Look at this. The party ID among those who regularly use X/Twitter for news. Back in 2022, 65% of those who regularly use Twitter/X for news were Democrats. Just 31% were Republicans. Look at where we are today. Just a completely different picture. Now it's basically split between Democrats at 48%, Republicans at 47%. And what I should note, Mr. Berman, is this new overall makeup matches the overall electorate far better.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love when Scott Jennings brings facts, and I love that guy. I can't remember his name, but he was enjoyable during up to the election with some of his data and all that. But it's true. I mean, the fact. Oh, what are you laughing at? Somebody's
that? No.
Oh,
but,
that.
Yeah, Scott Jennings. I mean, he just schooled her.
He just schooled her, and of course they weren't going to listen to it. They're like, no, because they didn't do the research. They don't know, right? But now it's more split evenly because we have free speech on there. It's called free speech. I don't know. Now everyone's jumping ship and going to this whole Democrat. I think it's called Blue Sky or Blue something. I don't know what kind of bull crap thing that is. I'm thinking about getting a handle on there just to see what's going on that.
Well, it's MSNBC and CNN and the elitists in Hollywood are upset because just like in 2016. Whoa, you didn't listen to us?
Yeah.
We told you not to vote for you. Didn't listen to us? They had to cheat in 2020. Okay. And then so 2024, we were smarter.
Correct.
Okay. Even though I still think there was some cheating, there's no way 76 million voted for her. But anyway, I look at it from the standpoint that the American people realize that mainstream media is done. They're done. It's MSNBC and CNN showed their faces
They're
so
done.
bad.
Correct.
And it was embarrassingly bad. Embarrassingly bad that the American people went to X.
Yeah,
because
that's right.
One, you can watch it anytime, right? I mean, we do podcasts. You can go up and catch it. Oh my God. I love YouTube. They're idiots.
I know, guys. I'm just telling you. That's a
Anyway.
good number for us on YouTube.
Yeah.
At any rate.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, but this is it's crazy. That
it is crazy. There's Buckeye. Let them go to Blue Sky. Keep their libtard asses off X.
But guess what?
I agree.
Liberals are allowed to be on X.
This is a good point from Sonny's mother. I left Twitter when they banned Trump, and it looks like many others did too. Came back when Elon took over. Agreed.
Exactly.
And it did
Because
even
now
a playing field, and we weren't getting banned off it.
And we can watch the left. If you want to watch the left on X, you can.
You certainly can
follow them. You can follow them on it. Some of them are leaving because they're upset.
Well, it's
they're upset
the same
because-
ones that are spewing their shit in Italy and all that. But Jim, real quick, you want to talk about Walmart and what they're doing? And then I've got a little thing from the Air Force.
I got a quick thing here. Walmart, for those of you who haven't heard or have heard, they are another one of these major companies that they've moving away from their DEI policies. And the reason why they're moving away is because they see that the employee morale is down. Their work staff is not as good. And just like all the other groups are finding out,
shocking.
That, there are deserving people of any race, any color, any creed.
Correct.
There are. But you just don't, when some guy comes wearing a dress, maybe you shouldn't hire him until you talk to him.
Correct.
maybe that's not,
maybe
he's not the best candidate for it. So a lot of these companies are doing that. And then I just talked to you about this. The University of Austin.
Correct.
Austin.
Liberal University of Austin
is replacing DEI with a merit-based initiative. Oh, go figure.
What? How's that ever going to work like it did for the first 240 years? Yeah.
You deserve it, you get it. So this administration, let's say we decided, the current administration, let's say we decide DEI is gone, we're done.
Oh my God.
There would literally be nobody in the administration.
There'd be nobody in the cabinet.
This was the ultimate DEI administration.
Sure was.
And
they thought that was going to work. They thought it was going to work. They absolutely thought that was going to work. So we talk about recruiting and in the military and all that. The Air Force is still up to their crap. I'm going to play a little video here. They're talking about DEI, and this is still what they're doing, and this has got to end. But let's play this real quick.
Category of questions received a lot of attention from our members, and that is diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'd love to start with that first question is, sir, there's a widespread desire to incorporate DE&I across the American landscape. What does the Department of the Air Force hope to achieve in incorporating DE&I policies?
Yeah, I think the short answer on that, we could go way deep on this, but the short answer is we want the best, most capable force that we can get. And we're trying to eliminate the barriers, open the doors, and making sure that, that we can do that. We can have the best, most capable force
seriously
that our nation can provide. And I think all too often that we have had limitations, either policy limitations that provide barriers, or we have not done the work with the American public to highlight the opportunities that come with military service, or specifically service in the United States Air Force. So we are getting after both of those. And ultimately, that's really what DEI is getting after. not identifying the barriers that are currently exist, getting messaging out to the public as to what opportunities do exist, and then just drawing the talent that we need to continue to excel as a force.
And sir, given that you are director of staff, do you have any guidance or input for CGOs on how do we better understand when we've made considerable gains with respects to diversity, equity, and inclusion?
This is the answer probably to a number of questions, and I don't mean to shortchange it by giving you this almost of a platitude of an answer.
Mm-hmm.
When we can stop having meetings about it, or when we can stop having specific focused discussions on it, and it becomes part of our DNA, then we've achieved success.
Hey, I got. Oh, hold on. Yeah, meant to get that off there. Where's that video? Why is it playing again? To be honest with you, you can end the discussions right now. You can do it by not putting DEI initiatives in. Is that going to change for our military?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
I truly do believe, because Hegseth
I would think so. I would think so. If Hegseth has anything to do with it.
Yeah, because plus, let me ask you. Let me do one step further, and Seth might be a good one to ask, and any of our military veterans out there. Numbers are down across.
Yeah.
You think the numbers come up now that we're not doing DEI? That maybe we're making this a little bit, we're not just opening it up to accept everybody. The one thing you and I've always talked about, DEI should never be in the military.
Well, I think leadership matters regardless. Right?
Well, no, I understand. But
yeah.
Military is somewhere where we want the best of the best of the best. Not just because somebody.
It's a privilege to serve.
Not just because somebody's, I identify as this.
Identify this or a certain color or certain like that. It doesn't matter.
Because I don't care if the Air Force tells me that 15% of their makeup is trans.
Correct.
I could care less, honestly. I couldn't care less. So anyway, but
I don't know. I don't know if that changes things or not, but I mean, I'm just saying that here. So you want to put it up there?
Yep.
No, I think it's mentally that has infected our young. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
It's
That's got to
mental,
change too.
Remember when it used to be in mental illness?
Yeah,
it used to be.
Used to be.
And so here's the folks out there who think, oh, well, it's just not a mental illness. It's now that's coming into the forefront. Okay.
No.
Remember what else is a mental illness, which is also illegal? Pedophilia.
Yep, that's right.
That's a mental illness, right? Do you want that to become normalized?
Well, they do. I mean, clearly.
See, this is where this has got to stop. Okay.
Well, that's
we
where
can't
it's gone.
stop saying, to say, hey, we're healthy in America. We don't have any mental issues in America. Well, it's because if you stop identifying things as mental illness, then this is what happens.
Correct.
And we get the administration we have now.
No, that's right. Let's hear from Grit Gear real quick. We'll come back to wrap up the show. Be right back.
Grit is defined as firmness of character, unyielding courage in the face of hardship or danger. At Grit Gear Apparel, we honor all military, police, fire, public service, and patriotic Americans, both men and women regardless of color, creed, or religion. Our brand represents the love and freedom for our country, the heroism of all our men and women, and the principles of what this wonderful country was built on. Our goal is to regenerate the sense of patriotism and to spark the American pride within us, to stand together in the toughest times and become victorious, to preserve all our freedoms, to honor our flag, and to respect the men and women who have fought and died for us to have these freedoms. Wear our brand with pride, with a sense of patriotism, and as a statement for the love of our country. Whether you're military, public official, or civilian, our brand is for you. Together we stand as Americans.
We do stand as Americans. Again, it's gritgearapparel.com and lockandloadcoffee.com. Folks, don't forget, big sale. Black Friday sale starting Thursday at midnight, runs all the way till Monday, December 1st at midnight. If you use coupon code 2GUYS, you get 20% off your entire order. So no better time than right now to jump on board with Grit Gear. Please support them. Family owned and operated, veteran supported, America First company. Jim, before we go, honestly, I want to wish you and your family a very, very happy and safe Thanksgiving. I want to wish everybody listening the same, even those that weren't supporting us on there. I hope you have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. I want to thank our sponsors, and they're not just sponsors, they're great friends.
They're
Rich
friends.
and Sharon at Great Gear and Lock and Load.
Actually, family too.
Family. Chance and the gang at Warrior Shield Foundation. We are thankful for them, deeply thankful for them. So
especially letting us be a part of them.
Yep,
I mean,
exactly.
It's our pleasure, and we're humbled. It's great people. So
despite the left's attempts, we've got a lot to be thankful for. That is for sure. Now,
a little bit different, isn't it?
A little bit different feeling this Thanksgiving, isn't it? Than it has been. So even in Trump's first term, it was still sketchy because of all the just bombarding news. Now nobody's listening to it,
and
it just doesn't matter anymore.
I don't remember when Biden quote unquote won in 2020, right? We went to our Thanksgiving dinners.
I did.
We
with family that did not agree with me.
Didn't agree with us.
Correct.
Actually, certain side of the family was gloating a little bit.
Yep. Exactly.
And I never cut them out. Never did anything like that. We never even thought of that because guess what? We had lives we had to live.
That's right.
We still had to move on.
We
with
had
our
fight.
lives. We still had to fight. We still had to pay for bills. We still had to, but we fought in a different way. You and I decided to do a podcast.
Yep, we did.
And other people decided to do a podcast. Yes, thank you, Jonah. You too.
You guys and your family. Yeah, you too. Yeah, absolutely. You and everybody that was, everybody that was participating and listening and sharing. Please don't forget to follow, and share us on Rumble. Go to the Patriots.
Follow the Patriots Prayer Network. Follow all the
Prayer
great
Network
personalities we have. It's a great group of people to be with.
Sure
and
is.
we
All
all
Patriots.
have like minds. We're all Patriots, and we just want normalcy back.
Yep, that's it. We want our country back and normalcy back, and I feel we got it. Just thankful for that. That is for sure. Of everything else besides my own family, I am thankful for that. Folks,
wish your family happy Thanksgiving as well.
You
Tell
as
them
well.
I said hi. I know
I will.
I haven't met mom and dad yet, but
you talk to Pops.
To Pops.
Yeah.
But you got a great family, and
as well as you do. And we are thankful for that. We are lucky and blessed for that.
Yes,
too.
we are.
Just like we are thankful and blessed that President Trump won this election. Honestly, we saved the nation. Everybody, we saved the nation, and no doubt about it. I think time will look back on this moment as we saved a nation. I truly do. A lot of fight left, though. That's for sure. So give thanks this Thanksgiving to everything that you have, and and pray that things continue down the right path for our nation. And we will be back Monday with another episode. So have a good weekend. I must say, go Buckeyes. And after that, so Monday, who knows what kind of mood I might be in? We'll see.
We'll see. You'll trust me, folks out there. Right when he comes on, you're gonna know.
You're gonna know the minute we're on. Anyways, one way or the other, happy or sad, you will know. But folks, thank you again, Jim. Thank
God bless
you
America.
as always for you. I'm thankful for you as a podcast partner and a close friend.
Yes.
And we'll see you all on Monday.
God bless.
Talk to you soon, Jimmy. Bye.
Yep.